many of you who've been watching my YouTube videos over the years have been hearing me mention this person's name over and over. It's not that I just liked her a little bit. I did quite like her a lot. And, I didn't tend to hurt her or interfere with anything that didn't seem like it needed to be interfered with. And I mean, if you want to be a Ross, if you understand the whole Ross from Friends scheme of things, if you want to be a Ross, like a Ross relationship, you want. I mean, even Ross had his troubles. Even though Ross, like, you think about the three of them as your stereotypical in school, right? You have your guy, okay, I'm here at 7 o'clock, okay, okay, ready, da, 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 nose to the bone, okay, right? People who are right onto the schedule of the whole school, they understand everything, they love it, they just hate the bullying, right? Then you have the other side, which comes afterwards, comes in between the good and the bad, right? Okay, the bad is the ones who mouth back to the teachers who say shit things. I mean, there's a YouTuber out there. You probably don't watch me because you look at this or you look at this or you look at this and it's gross and it's weird or whatever. I know you probably don't know my name even. Not because you don't like me. You probably have never heard my name. But of course, what's interesting about that is that you have to realize that Troll Zeus may be a YouTuber that I've heard of and I've subscribed to, but I don't subscribe to his. I may subscribe to his channel, but I don't subscribe to his little scheme of a shingling. His whole, well, I think you're stupid and you're ugly and you're da 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 da, and then go on and go, oh, that wasn't me. That's just not me. No. So what I'm saying is that he would have been in school going, "Hey, teacher, what the hell's wrong with you?" and talking back to the teachers, like not like, "Hi," the teacher says, and the son says, and the student says, "Hello." It's more like, "Hey, man, who the hell are you?" And teacher goes back, "Well, just don't do that kind of stuff," right? The talking back to your teacher, right? Not in just having a conversation, but like talking back and melding back and saying really bad stuff. There is a point you have to take things back and just realize that there are things. I said the word things too much, sorry. That you have to realize that is not good. And these type of people who rancidly push themselves around the world aren't getting any better in these relationships. The reason I wanted to talk tonight was to let something out I've not always known, or known for a few years. Willow, who I mentioned and I talk about a lot, was something very inspiring to me. Not just as a I want to be with her, not just as a I like that person, just very inspiring to me. Coming from sport, I wasn't really into that much. To a sport that I don't mind, but I think the attitude of the sport or the people in the sport are not doing well. But that also comes with a downfall. The rumors I'm hearing are Willow applies too. But in a sense, you have to sort of realize that he probably doesn't matter what he came out as, like maybe he was a 12th or 15th or something like that. But you don't punch a girl because you were unhappy. I don't think he would have gone right from the competition to her and punched her. But it could have been something my mind goes to think of the way I can understand in relationships. I know I'm put off as like, oh, I don't have one. I mean, of course there isn't a girlfriend. Insert picture of a girlfriend I could have right here. I don't have one. There isn't one in this house. There isn't a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. probably never going to be. If you, I'd be okay with someone to say, you'll never have a girlfriend. You at least go ahead. I already haven't beat that yet. I haven't. In a sense, they would have probably like. I can understand people in relationships have defiance in that they know where the barriers are. You know, they know the barriers are the things you shouldn't go at, the things you shouldn't play or push on someone else's ideas and what else. In a sense, you should realize that what comes at you or what you need to look at is that you don't push things too far. You know, as long as you're doing the stuff that's required of a relationship and of home and of other stuff. If it comes down that you're being bullying of someone, you're hurting someone, you're doing something shit, doing something bad, don't ever say that word. It comes down to that just realize you don't need to do that and be not nice and be unrespectful, disrespectful. Because no one really needs to be disrespectful. I don't have a song. I know you're going. I know you're looking right at me, going, "Hey, I got a guitar," and like that last moment, like, yeah, it's awesome. And okay, I wasn't even gonna go to that. I was gonna go like, but I'm. I'm not there yet. That's too fast. Anyways, I really shouldn't have blurted that information out, but I don't want to come across right now that I love her, that I want to be with her, that I've left that. That has left me long ago. But don't think it means that I don't want her to succeed in her things, in what she does each day. She might be finished snowboarding, maybe she's quit, maybe she's done, I don't really know. I don't talk to her. I haven't talked to her in almost 10 years now. This summer is going to be interesting for me. I mean, I know Willow is, for some that might have heard me talk about her a lot, it might have been something that seemed like something was going on. It was somewhat, but not to a extent of it was really going on, like a, hey, you know, it's really going on. It was kind of a going on. It wasn't a, but it surpassed. I think when you're a boyfriend, you shouldn't put, even if you know someone, like one situation some people come across, in some situations that really should never come across. You're sitting there on the beach or on a side of a hill, relaxing with your boyfriend, and maybe you brought along a few friends, and you're chilling out, and you're just doing your stuff, and someone comes along and goes, "Hey, you know, you're the girlfriend of a guy, right? You might be hanging out as just friends, right? In a sense, good." And the girlfriend goes, "Hey, I met someone today at work." Not, ooh, I met someone today at work. That sounds more like you're going, I'm in love with them. You met someone today at work. We're friends. Nothing going on. No mutual love or no mutual, you know, because obviously work has to have a rule that you cannot date anyone in at work or I mean, you could go out with that person you meet at no work after at night, right? But you can't go out with them at you know during the work, right? There have been some people who've done that and broken that rule, and that really should never happen. But in a sense, I think that's what a lot of women are doing. I think that's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of women are saying, and it's painful to watch and to hear. And I don't understand why mano a mano rules apply here to most men. I don't get it. I would think you'd think it through like a Ross. What should I really do in that situation? And most men stand up, get up on their feet, and go, "Why are you dating this person?" You know, and I think as much as I want to keep going with that talk because I know it probably hurts you, anyone who's women out there who have had this happen. It sucks. It's sad, and it should stop. And I think even there's a point where maybe I was that to someone. I was someone who was going, "Oh, I met someone today at work. We're just friends. We're da 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 da," etc. And you realize afterwards, hello, these people just don't shut up. These guys who are just mellow and chilled out and relaxed are not chilled out anymore after you mention that. And I don't think it was you trying to be like, "Hey, let's talk about something in relationship. Oh, we have all these friends." You're just saying, "I met this person." Like, I can tell, as you can see, the first part of that conversation I just had a moment ago, I said, you know, I think I met someone today. We're having a great time. We're enjoying each other. We're loving each other. Da da da. It sounds more like that tone sounds more like someone saying, "I love this person and we're at work." That's too conceited. I would have backed up and said, "Hey, we're just having friends. We're just doing things, right? But what can you do?" In a sense, what I'm trying to get to is that most men will take that or even any tone. Actually, any tone of that, even if it's high. I met someone at work today. I met someone at work today. Any tone. You won't get through to these men. And I am a man, but I am not like I'm bigger and better than you, and I'm all powerful, and I am everything better than you, because that's just gluttony. I think you should realize right now what gluttony is. Gluttony isn't food stuff. Gluttony is I am bigger than you. I'm more powerful. I have everything, and just telling, and not even just being, "Hey, I have something that you could use someday. I have it. It's yours when you want to borrow it. You can work at that. We have that on the earth already going on. It's been going on for years. Oh, I have a CD. Hey, if you want to use it, go ahead. Borrow it. Take it. Whatever. What's mine is yours. I mean, not always mine and yours, because that could be opening up to, like, someone who wants to steal it. But in a sense, what's mine is yours could be, like, a friendship of, like, hey, if you see a CD here that you want to borrow, who's using CDs anymore? They really weren't. They lasted the longest, I think. I mean, there's some of the technology went from, like, 5 or 6 years of this, 5 or 6 years of that, but CDs was the one that lasted the most and was more updated to the date. Anyways, I don't want to bore you with this, but, like, in a sense, I am not completely going to sign off and say I am a relationship doctor. But I think some people in their minds do have that relationship doctoring in their minds, like not a doctoring, like a changing of something or forging, more like a doctoring of, like, knowing that they can. Like, I spent a lot of time in my younger years, on MSN Messenger back in the day when it existed, And I used to go on and talk to friends from high school, and I was a social dweeb, or so, like I wasn't an asshole. I was just a social dweeb. I was a social weird, not weird. I wasn't always weird. I was just, there were just weird things about me, or whatever, right? But one thing that shone through my adorning weirdness and grossness and stuff, not that, but like always that, but like other things, is that I was there for people in relationships that they never would have seen in me. I mean, I'm the guy who's obviously for some people we're like, oh, so you don't have a girlfriend, so we make fun of you all the time, or we da 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 all the time, we whatever, right? So in a sense, I lashed back, not like yelled and screamed and blurred things up more. I lashed back in a sense of just trying to be like, I'll be here for you for relationship issues and help you through that. And some nights I got on MSN and Messenger, not talking about like MSN Messenger being like knowing me, but like I'd be on there with friends, high school, just talking about each day, it was a tough day or da 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 whatever. And there were points in time where someone would say, hey, my girlfriend's doing this to me, or we're doing this to each other, and I was there saying, okay, try this or try that. And, people were like, wow, I'm still with that person. I mean, I think there's still people right now that are going, I'm still with that person. We were probably at the point where we were like, you're doing this and you're doing that, and I'll see you later. At maybe that moment when they're chatting with me, or maybe it was just something of, okay, I know this person quite well at high school. Maybe I can just lean into him on giving him some information, and like that I don't really give out to everyone else. Some sort of in confidence stuff, and in confidence, and that we really tend to look at, like we do see that sometimes. And the most enduring thing is, there were 3 people that asked me. There's like the girlfriend. It wasn't like they hated the girlfriend. The relationship were good. Like they weren't telling me they were smashing this and smashing plates and doing it like a Jake Paul and a da 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 Paul, right? They weren't doing that kind of shit. It was just that the girlfriend was saying this, or the girlfriend was saying that, or the whatever it was. And I replied back with, I mean, if you looked at each day in school from their point of view, having girlfriends and having that kind of life and having that kind of like everything else with like friends and lots of friends that call you and text you and all sorts of stuff, and all of that. From their side, they would have said, okay, well, this little loser that doesn't have a girlfriend and probably never will. They were never that to me, but they would have thought that in a sense, not even in a mean sense, more like this person does not have a boyfriend or girlfriend. So, so it would have been hard for them to sort of adapt and sort of realize that. But anyways, a lashback in a sense of, not lashback, but like a pushback in saying, okay, I took a moment each time I got a question. I asked like, okay, my girlfriend is telling me to do this, or tell me to, not, wasn't like they were telling me to do the dishes. It was like, we already have that down. We're into this relationship. We're good. Maybe she did. I think that she likes this team and I don't like it, or something, or whatever. What something like that. But it wasn't that exactly. I don't know. It was something absurd, not absurd, but like absurdly weird. Not weird. But like, it was something different that I'd never seen in my life. And anyways, that was my enduring into. Anyway, but I didn't even get to the point. The most clear point of this whole thing is I mentioned that I had helped them, right? Like, they were looking at me going, well, you don't have a girlfriend. what kind of style of relationships do you have? What are you into? What are you doing, right? And I was the one that kept them together. There's one person I know. There's two or three that asked me. I can't remember exactly their names. He and I went back and forth with, like, not how to talk to a girl, because I'm able to talk to girls. More like how to talk to a girl I'm into. Or we went to different lots of things. I mean, we don't talk as much. I mean, we're still friends, but we don't talk as much because we're different lifestyles and different in between jobs and that kind of stuff. And he's got married and have kids, and he's in good times, and like good times, but like good times, but like good times. He's got a wife, he's got a kids, he's got family, he's got life, he's got and anyways. But I think he would have stood there right now and saying that Darren saved my relationship with whoever it was he was dating and or is married to. I think there were two or three other people, but I can't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Brian. I'm not going to mention the name. But anyways, just these friends from high school, and what was so amazingly enduring was that these people were like, wow, my relationship is tarnished, it's over, it's done, it's finished, as everyone does in high school. It's like someone's relationship is over, or some point in the years of high school, right? Somewhere in second or third year, someone's relationship is tarnished, or whatever happens. And I was able to save it. Not having a girlfriend myself is kind of hard to fathom. So that was my first enduring into the world of just being I'm not really a relationship doctor. I don't have any. I don't think you can even actually physically become a relationship doctor, but you can be like a adversary or like a helper or whatever in your own world of the people you meet. But when I come back to this Willow girl, it's strange how she would. I want to also admit, if you hear a voice in your head and he's telling you amazing things like how to do this and suggesting things, and his name is Darren, that's me. That's me. I didn't start that to ruin people's life or be a psycho and be weird. I did that because I needed the world to see my point of view, and not just because I needed it now, and because I needed my side of things to be seen in the world. We have much to learn in this world from the massacres and the hurtful things that have happened. Doesn't mean I'm so like. The thing is I was born April 17th, 1981. Just like every single day goes by. Now, of course, April 17th, 1981 isn't something significant. Isn't an Easter. Now, it is something interesting, too, because that was when Easter was going on. Like, as far as I know from my mother, she told me that Easter, April 17th, 1981, if you Google it up, was Good Friday. And I was born in the afternoon of that day. Now, of course, you could bring me out for little things I've done and hurtful things I might have done. But I've said I'm sorry. And I'm not going to hurt anyone ever again.